Ah! I thought I locked it in. Yeah, but it's the same. It's just copies of this book.
So if Mo comes, will we get the safer?
Or you take the book and we'll give him the paper when he comes. Whatever is best.
Alright, okay.
Should be the bookmark. Hello everybody, we're live here in Chadera. We are learning Tanya today. We're learning Perek. Ooh, Mazel Tov. Perek Lamed Beis. Who knows what Lamed Beis means? Lamed Beit? Lev, which means the heart. So we're learning the heart of Tanya today. So this is because the way the flow of Tanya is, there's like a flow from the beginning to the end of like once you learn one thing, then you learn the second. You want to get under you're good. Okay. So the flow of learning, first you learn the basics and then everything builds off of each other. Except for chapter 32. It's placed smack dab in the middle of Tanya, and it doesn't go with the flow at all. It doesn't build on the previous chapter so much, and it doesn't lead into the next chapter so much. It's kind of like its standalone chapter, and so the idea is that the reason that it's here in chapter 32 is because the Alter Rebbe wanted to bring out that this is the main concept of Tanya. If you get this in Tanya, you get the whole thing. You got the heart of it. If you can understand this and live by this,
You wanted to make it poetic.
yeah, exactly. You're living by the heart of the Tanya. So that's why it's kind of placed here, even though it doesn't quite go with the flow, so to speak. So chapter 32. And I think today we should... you guys have a little bit of a different translation than what I have. Mine's a little bit newer, a newer translation. So,
My seafood is good hot, and I got sunburned last time.
yeah, go for it. You can, perfect. I'm the same way. Only he's the real Sephardi. He's also technically Sephardi, but
Technically?
but he looks Ashkenazi.
Why is this on a technical
It's alright. He just had a daughter, Baruch Hashem, and she's full Sephardi, and lactose intolerance. So,
Hey, she's immune to sunbirds at least.
Thank God. She could be in the sun, but a glass of milk will end her.
Although you can technically build up a tolerance, but I digress.
It's true. Okay, so there is on chapter 32, in your Sefer, it has a little bit of a prequel. So I'm going to have one of you can pick and go ahead and just...
Pick any...
And read, one of you read the opening paragraph here, which is right here.
Okay.
Whoever wants to do it. Go for it, Elena.
In the previous chapter, the Alter Rebbe taught that when one is bitterly remorseful over his sorry spiritual state, he must strive for joy by considering the following. True, on account of his body and his animal soul, he is utterly remote from godliness. Yet he has within him a divine soul, veritably a part of God. This soul, in exile within the body and the animal soul, is to be greatly pitied. One should therefore strive constantly to release it from this exile and to return it to its divine source, through engaging in the Torah and the mitzvot. Such a return will bring one great joy, the joy of freedom. The knowledge that the body and the animal soul remain in their unfortunate state should not disturb one's joy on account of his divine soul. For the soul should be infinitely more precious in one's eyes.
Beautiful. Okay. Any questions on it? Kind of get it? Get where it's going? Okay. So the previous chapters, it does kind of flow, but technically in terms of the next thing, it doesn't quite flow. But the idea is that we have a few difficulties that we need to resolve. Basically, we have a few things that clash with each other, and the Alter Rebbe is going to try to resolve it and also give us a very cool chiddush along the way. Okay, so chapter 32, Perek Lev. Behine, al yedei kiyum hadvarim hanizkarim. Acting on the above mentioned advice, to view a person's body with scorn and contempt, to hate the body, and to find joy only within the soul. Only find joy in spiritual things and not material things. Mm-hmm. It's a direct and easy path towards fulfilling the mitzvah. What's the mitzvah? V'ahavta l'recha kamocha. You should love your fellow as yourself.
So he's comparing, I guess, the mitzvah of the V'ahavta l'recha kamocha with the soul, and how does that
He's saying all Yidei, this is the way, if you want to fulfill the mitzvah of V'ahavta l'recha kamocha, to love your fellow as yourself, you have to follow this, you have to do this thing. You have to hate the body and love the soul.
So as in deprive yourself of...
Not deprive, no action other than hate and love.
Okay.
You hate the body, you love the soul. Bottom line, that's it. You don't have to deprive anything.
So you still keep it alive?
Yeah, of course you have to keep it alive. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. But the idea is that you shouldn't, I don't know if it translates it the same way, but you should find joy with just the soul alone. Meaning, the emphasis is, what brings me joy? When I do a mitzvah, when I satisfy my neshama. When I do something that's satisfying for my neshama and for Hashem, that's what brings me joy. Not eating this delicious iced cafe. The taste of the iced cafe is like a happy side effect, a happy, what's it called, residual of me making a bracha on this in order to have energy to learn and teach Torah. So it's just a means to the end. So, but the joy I receive from this drink should not be the flavor of the iced cafe, which unfortunately I do love so much. But it should be the fact that it's giving me energy to be able to do the mitzvahs, and that's what I love about this drink, not the taste. So I'm loving not the physical aspects of things, but the spiritual aspects. That's what's bringing me the true joy. And if I can meditate on this idea, I can fulfill the mitzvah of V'ahavta l'recha kamocha. I can fulfill the mitzvah. Me hating physicality and loving spirituality allows me to love every person as I love myself.
But doesn't hating physicality cause an imbalance between what somebody's supposed to achieve, which is a balance of the physicality and spirituality? So you should
not quite.
So you should. Really?
Not quite. It's what's the actual words here? Okay. Hayot gufo nivze v'nimas. I guess it is. Yeah, it's like literally hate. Beinav. Yeah. Okay. It's like contempt. Hate is like a strong word. Nimas is not hate.
It means like being nimas is like tired of, like being sick of.
Yeah, exactly. It's not hate like sinat is hate.
Yeah.
It's a derivative. It's not as strong. The idea is to feel sorry for yourself because I'm a lowly creature who really enjoys the taste and the flavor of a physical thing. That makes me feel sorry for myself. Essentially, what the Alter Rebbe is getting at is you should feel bad for you should feel sorry for this pitiful guy. Like when you see a drug addict or a homeless person on the street, and you're like he's addicted to drugs, he literally can't help himself.
Yeah.
You feel sorry for the guy, like he literally can't stop this thing
because he's so bound by physicality.
Right. So you feel bad for this guy, but we're the same way as this guy in a lot of ways because we're tied to the flavor of our drinks and the flavor, the taste, the joy that we get from physical things is essentially the same thing happening. So we're saying you should try to you should feel sorry for yourself because you will have this joy from physicality.
So we should strive to derive joy from spirituality instead.
Exactly. And when you do that, you're able to fulfill this mitzvah of you should love your fellow as yourself, with regard to every Jew, both great and small, in spiritual nature. Now, it's a little bit confusing because you're like, if I love myself, loving myself is a very like egotistical, physical thing.
There's different perspectives.
There's different perspectives, right. So we're going to get into that a little bit also. Okay. Since a person's body is despised and loathsome, we feel sorry for it, he will not love himself on account of his body more than he loves his fellow. Just because I have bigger muscles than someone else here doesn't mean that it doesn't mean I love myself more than someone else.
Right.
For me, it doesn't make a difference. You could have bigger muscles, you could be taller. Everybody's taller than me.
Yeah.
So like, I shouldn't get upset about it. I can't love somebody because they're tall. I shouldn't love somebody because they're tall. As for the soul and the spirit, however, the differences between his soul and that of his fellow surely will not diminish the love between them. For who can know the greatness and excellence in their source and the root and the living God?
I'm sorry, I've lost the place.
It's you probably went too far. No, right here, right there. So, page 422.
All right.
Excuse me. So the idea is that we are physically, we're all different. No two people are exactly the same physically, other than even identical twins have one or two things that are slightly different between the two. The fingerprints are different, whatever it is, right? But spiritually, we're also different spiritually. But the Alter Rebbe says, yeah, we're all different spiritually.
Really?
Yeah, of course. Some people have neshamas that are rooted in higher places than others. Look at the Rebbe, for example. His neshama, I'm sure, was a much higher source than my neshama, for example. The source of his neshama.
I don't know if this is relevant, but I was thinking like the perspective where I guess every neshama is a part of Hashem. And I guess if every neshama is part of Hashem, that means every neshama is infinite.
Right.
And so that would technically be everybody the same.
Exactly. So we have an aspect of the neshama. Everybody has a nefesh elokit. A nefesh elokit is the part of God's soul. That part that's within every Jew is something that literally no one can know what source it's coming from. No one can know if it's coming from the head of God or the foot of God or wherever it is. In its source, it's totally batal to godliness. And therefore, no one can know the source and root in the living God. Furthermore, they are actually all equal, as they all have one Father. It is on account of this command, this common root in the one God, that all of Israel are called brothers. Yachad anachnu achim, in the full sense of the word. Because we all have the same Father, literally.
Yeah.
And therefore, only the bodies are things that make us distinct from one another. The fact that you're able to sit there and I'm able to sit here is only because we have bodies that are different. But in our source, if we go back to the energy, that it's the same. I am you, you are me, etc., etc. So give me your drink, because it's actually my drink. Communism, yeah. Therefore, there can be no true love and fraternity between those who regard their bodies as primary and their souls as secondary, but only a love based on an external factor. Basically, bodies, when you base something on something physical, it can change, or something that's external, it can change every day, every minute, every second. It's not eternal. Whereas if we love each other based on our souls, then we can actually love each other. So this is the basis of it. If we think of our bodies as being more important than our souls, then I can never really love you. I can only love myself.
Say it one more time.
If I think if I think of my body as being more important than my soul, like I have to take care of my body, it's more important than me taking care of my soul, blah, blah, blah. I need to eat good, I need to have good clothing, I need to, all these different things, right? Good shelter, an easy life, physical life. If I'm so worried about that I can never truly love someone else. Not really. Because what do I consider important? I consider the things that are just different between us important.
You don't have any more room to, I guess, care for other things.
It's not that you don't have more room. It's that the priority of your love is based on something that is ever changing and not real. And therefore your love is based on an external factor, and external factors can change with the wind. It's like, I love my wife because she's beautiful. Okay, what happens one day when she gets old and she's no longer beautiful? I don't love her anymore?
Well, no, the love changes. Like, it's a different kind of love that you love before.
From the beginning, the love has to be not based on something physical. An attraction is fine. You're supposed to be attracted to your wife, of course. But the love that a husband and wife have, if it's built on external factors, it's built on nothing. It's built on shaky foundation that literally can, a gust of wind can change it from happening. So this explains Hillel Hazaken, Hillel the elder statement concerning the fulfillment of the mitzvah. This is Zehu Kol HaTorah Kula. Vidak Perusha Hu Kula. Right? This is the entire Torah. Sorry, wrong way. Sorry, right here at the bottom.
Are you reading this part?
No, this is like an extra commentary.
Oh, okay, that's fine. All right, that's fine.
So Hillel says a ger, someone who wanted to convert to Judaism, went to Hillel, right? Hillel the elder, and he said, I teach me Torah, teach me the entire Torah while I stand on one foot, right? And Shammai said, get lost. Ah, there he is.
Great to see you. Wow.
Hi,
Yes.
how's it going? Good to see you. All right, we're on page 423.
You move fast when I'm not here.
That's true. No commentary.
In a short,
What did we cover so far? We didn't get so far into it.
is it more like one big topic or?
Kind of. It's chapter 32 of Tanya. It's known as Lave of Tanya, the heart of Tanya. Lamed Beis is 32. So if you understand this chapter, you basically get the idea of the concept of what Tanya is trying to get you to achieve.
So you're saying if someone would have asked what is the thing?
If someone came to me and said, "Teach me the entire Tanya while I stand on one foot,"
this would be it.
this would be it.
Got it.
See how I tied it in? So.
Well, I kind of pushed it in the direction.
No, it's perfect. That's all Hashgacha Pratis. So, basically, the previous chapters talk about how we should hate the body and love the soul. And the Alter Rebbe takes this idea of hating the advice to hate the body, or be scornful of the body and love the soul, only derive joy from the soul and not from physical things, only from spiritual things is what we should get joy from.
Can I give you a weird perspective?
Yeah, sure.
Shouldn't we, I guess to a certain extent, like the body? I didn't say love.
Yeah. The body is a vessel of the soul. It's a very holy thing.
Because of
100%.
of what it allows us to do.
Yes, absolutely.
Like interaction
Yes,
with
without the
us.
body, we wouldn't be able to fulfill the mitzvahs. We wouldn't have such a close connection with Hashem. We wouldn't be higher than the angels. The merkava of the goof of the body is a very special thing. 100%. However, the joy that we derive in this life, if we base it off of physical things, we're going to be miserable.
Makes
If you
sense.
base it off,
It's not going to be something substantial.
Fulfilling.
exactly.
Meaningful.
Like eating your pizza, you enjoyed it a second, but then after you go, why did I eat it?
Yeah, though I ate a pizza yesterday. The whole day today, my stomach's been like, Mo's been spying on me. That's my life. So, so basically, the idea is we should feel sorry for the body because it wants to and derives so much joy from physical things. So we feel bad for it. It's
I'm thinking, let's say food. Food is something we get energy from.
Oh.
Right? Our soul gets energy from it.
Yes.
Our body gets energy from
Yes.
it. Our soul enjoys the taste, the texture, the whatever.
The body does.
The body.
And the
That
soul
is
enjoys
something the soul would have never ever enjoyed. So it is.
The soul doesn't enjoy. You think my soul enjoys an iced coffee? My soul doesn't give two craps about this iced coffee. What is my soul like?
If it gives you now strength,
Oh, there we go. There you go. You got exactly what we talked about so far. That's all we've talked about. Yeah, that's exactly it. 100%. So my soul is deriving the joy of the energy I get from this to be able to learn Tanya. That's how my soul is getting joy out of this iced coffee.
and this is what God wants us, because otherwise He wouldn't have put us down in a body.
He wouldn't have created iced coffee to begin with.
Not to be pedantic, not to be pedantic or anything, but like I thought most of it would come from like the bracha and the mitzvah that it was done itself. No.
The bracha is what technically the bracha before food is meaningless.
Isn't like a
The
mitzvah?
bracha after the food is the raisa. Is
Wait,
from
then
the
what's
Torah.
like then
It's more important.
I'm kind of confused. I guess I was under the impression like that mitzvah was kind of like
Commandment. It's a connection, a way to connect with Hashem.
So then what is it to the soul though? It's not
What is it to the soul? It's an
not-
opportunity to praise Hashem. It's
Oh,
an
so
opportunity to recognize, just to acknowledge it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'm enjoying this.
Thank you. Yeah. Before I, yeah. There's sparks within this that are dormant.
Yeah.
So basically, God has made this iced coffee in order for me to get it today, in order that I should go, hey, God exists.
Oh.
And thank you, God, for this. For this iced coffee.
So it's not
the only reason.
So mitzvah is not like food for the soul then.
The mitzvah is kind of like food for the soul, because what is the soul? When I make a bracha and drink this with the intention of using the energy to do other mitzvahs, now there's other chapters in Tanya. Chapter 7 talks about even if I make a bracha and eat the kosher food, and I eat it in a way that's like a behemoth, like an animalistic way. Like I'm drinking it just for the enjoyment. It's kosher. I made a bracha, but I'm eating it just for the enjoyment, not to do anything with the energy from it. Not to do anything positive with the energy. It's a not so good thing.
I see.
It's something I need to work on in myself. I have a chassidish behemoth. I have an animal within me. It's a chassid, but it's still an animal. It still needs to be refined. He's still like a sloppy kind of guy. He's a prince sitting at the table, but he's like eating with his hands as opposed to the silverware. You're like, okay, you're here, you're doing it, you're acknowledging the king, but you're kind of like a schmuck about it, you know? You always try to be a mensch, not a schmuck.
Understood.
That's where you're trying to get to, ideally.
All right.
So, okay.
A soul cannot do it.
Right.
A soul can never enjoy Gashmis and say thank you, God.
Isn't that crazy?
A soul can do what?
Enjoy Gashmias and say thank you. Thank you to
Because
Hashem.
he doesn't enjoy it.
He doesn't enjoy the Gashmias.
A soul
It's-
doesn't enjoy singing.
So let's say you have
Enjoy
a good
a-
wine or a good beer, or you're hearing music, good headphones or whatever. So, what do you do?
He doesn't care about it. Do you say thank you for something that you don't enjoy, you don't like? Maybe out of politeness, but no, you don't. Ideally, you would.
There's no feeling. No soul.
To say thank you when you don't enjoy something. Sure.
I did.
You don't mean it.
Do you really think she doesn't know?
Exactly.
I did hear once where like I did hear once where if where the scent where like if you smell like where you say like boyat say the samin,
Yeah.
it does elevate, it does like do something to the soul, it does please the soul.
Sure. But it's the combination. It's a combination of things.
I think that's
But
the point.
the soul, if the soul
It's
never
not
had a
just the
body,
soul and it's not just the body.
exactly.
It's a shiluk.
You can't enjoy, you can't elevate something without consciousness, without godly consciousness being infused into it. When you make the bracha, you're infusing godly consciousness into a physical
You're
thing.
saying don't just mumble some words.
Yeah, you should.
Put your
a little bit of-
to it, otherwise don't say it at all.
No, I mean, if you're gonna do it, just don't do it at all. Don't smell it. Don't eat it.
I don't feel like davening one day. I'm not gonna force myself in davening.
That's fine.
I don't do it.
That's fine. That's
It's
fine.
either I do it fully or I don't do it fully. That's me. And I heard a rabbi say it to me once.
Which rabbi? A Sephardi rabbi? Sephardi rabbi, 100%. A chassid would never say that. A chassid would say, should do it.
Why?
Because it's
one day-
because eventually you're gonna feel it.
Or not.
Or not,
Or
whatever.
You can wake up. You can wake up in the shop. Or you can.
You
just
should.
feel so bad. Why am I
The thing
doing
is
something I don't
instead
feel
of
it?
doing nothing,
It's like being with
instead of
the
doing nothing, be
opposite.
more intentional about it. Say, instead of doing nothing, I'm gonna speed read through everything because I don't feel like it. I'm gonna pick just one davening, and I'm really gonna focus just on like modani. I'm just gonna be like
I remember now
conscious
what the
with
rabbi said.
Montana.
I think actually it was an Ashkenaz rabbi. He said something like this: if you end up doing something you don't like doing, you don't connect with it. There's no point. God doesn't want it. Well,
Chas
God
v'shalom.
doesn't need it. He
God doesn't need
you
your
to-
davening whether you like it or not.
Exactly. So, and here you don't. Even
Davening
feel
isn't
it.
even for Hashem; it's for you. So why wouldn't you do it if it's for you?
But if I don't feel it.
What do you
I'm
mean if
not
you don't feel
connected
it?
with it.
Okay, so you
So
ever
his
work
point
out?
was- wait a second,
Okay.
His point was that after, let's say, 2 weeks of not doing something, and then you're like contemplating, then you get to the point where you kind of start missing.
Okay.
So once you get to that point, you want the connection with God. It's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be real. You know, it's almost like not having sex for like a few weeks and
Taharas mishpacha.
and then all of a sudden you want it.
I know exactly what
Sure.
So then you want it. It's not just okay, I have it every day. It's like okay, there's real neshama to it.
A little bit of absence can yeah, yes, and also on the other side of it is in a relationship. Let's say you just don't feel like taking out the trash. Do you do it anyway because your wife asked you to?
Right. We're talking about something nice, something good.
Taking out the trash is something good.
Well,
Shalom
like
bayis.
davening is
Something.
not trash, but okay.
It's taking out the trash. When you daven, you take out the trash.
How so?
When you're davening, you're supposed to.
I don't see like
It doesn't
that
have to be
either.
the exact same muscle. It's basically it's a chore that someone asks you to do. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Who asked me to do it?
Hashem.
Who doesn't say ask me to do it?
Hashem asks. He doesn't ask you to do it dafka, but it's a mitzvah to daven, is it not? It's a mitzvah to
I see it
daven.
like this.
Tefillin is a mitzvah.
Let's do it this way.
You have to do Shema with tefillin, no?
Feeling is supposed to have every day, every minute.
Okay,
The
no.
way that we don't have it now is because we don't know how to keep ourselves pure and whatever, but we're supposed to wear it the whole day. There's not a mitzvah to wear it, let's say, once a day. There isn't such a thing. You have to wear it every minute that you can. You're supposed to wear it.
In the daytime.
You can.
Yeah, not at night.
Right.
There are some rubs that do that though, that wear it every single day, I think.
Very few. But it used to be.
Tefillin is the rice, huh? You're saying all the time?
There's no
It's
mitzvah
not,
you should wear it once a day. let's say if I didn't wear film for a week.
I know that big rebellion also wear it the whole day. There is a
Yeah,
reason for
all
it.
the people used to wear it back in the day.
But you're Yotzi the mitzvah, even if you put it on and take it off, you're Yotzi the mitzvah.
Because in the Torah,
So why do you don't need to wear it the whole day?
in the Torah we
You're Yotzi the mitzvah already, just by.
Every second of every day is a different mitzvah. This second can never come back. What do you mean?
That's true. That's true.
If I do mitzvah
But if you
this
put on
second
tefillin
and I
and
did a
if you
mitzvah
put
a
on
minute
tefillin and
ago-
you take it off, when you put on tefillin again, you don't get a second mitzvah of tefillin
Absolutely.
for the day.
Absolutely.
No, you don't get a second mitzvah of tefillin
Oh,
for the
first of all,
day.
what's a mitzvah?
If that's the
What's a
case,
mitzvah?
then everyone the whole time davening would be taking off, putting it on, taking off, putting it on, because then I get 100
just
mitzvahs in
being
one
on you.
day.
Being, not putting it on. It's
The mitzvah is just
mitzvah is on me.
Right,
The
same as
second-
tzitzit.
The mitzvah
Tzitzit is
is
also
wearing it once a
while
day.
you're wearing it, you get the mitzvah.
Someone explained to me
But it's not that you
once.
get multiple mitzvahs
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure.
of wearing it. Of
You
taking
weren't
it,
able,
taking
you weren't
it.
able to go even one line, huh? I'm getting out of here.
I don't know. Isn't it just like you wear it once and that's it?
No, that's the mistake of today. Because we went into a thing, we should only wear film when we're with our highest consciousness.
I do have a question. Do you work out? I don't know if you work
Yes,
out.
on a daily basis.
On a daily basis.
Yes.
What if you don't feel like it one day? You don't do
well,
it.
I have the shops or whatever. But if I don't feel like it, I still push myself to do it.
So how come?
Because I know it's good for me still.
So
So you're saying apply that to here.
yeah.
Davening for sure is
I think
way
this is
better
more
for
like
you.
a loving relationship. I feel like this is more like a loving relationship. Let's say with your dad, right?
Yeah.
You don't feel like talking with him once a week, but you still push yourself in a way. But does he really want you to do it? Well, no, he wants a connection with you.
Yeah.
He's your father. He
Yeah.
wants a connection with every child.
Yeah.
So the same thing I think with God. Even he doesn't need us. He wants that connection.
100%.
When it's there. When it's there from
You
your
think-
own place.
ask
If
my-
it's not there, he doesn't
You
want
can
to
ask
go.
my dad. You can say, hey, you could ask him, hey, even if your son hates you, doesn't want to talk to you at all, do you still want him to call you? You know what my dad would say? Of course he wants me. Even if I'm yelling at him the whole time I'm talking to him on the phone, he doesn't care. He wants me to call him and talk to him.
So it's like.
Guaranteed.
Hey, Dad.
So I guess like.
My dad was just here the past week. He just left. He just got back today, this morning, back to America.
So
You couldn't convince him to stay? Dad, come back.
I tried. He experienced his first sirens here. It was very exciting. It was very cool.
Cool in a good way.
Yeah, he was a little bit freaked out, but for me, I was like, oh, it's so cool. Like, my dad gets to be here during the war. He gets to see what it's like.
no, nothing.
All right. That's what I'm saying. And it says here also that we're trying to understand the mitzvah of Yahavta l'recha kamocha. How can you love your fellows yourself? The idea is that if you despise physical things and you love spirituality, that's how you're going to be able to fulfill this mitzvah. And it says that we never know, our bodies are the only thing that make us different. The source of our neshamas is no one knows who has a greater neshama than someone else, where it's sourced at. It could be higher or lower than anyone else. You never really know.
And if it's lower or higher, I need to love it or not love it more.
You would think, but no one really knows in the source of neshamas with it. Exactly. That's exactly what we're saying. It says God is our Father. He's our Father, and we're brothers. That's it. And so,
You can hate a brother too.
yeah, it's true. Esau, Yaakov. We have lots of brothers in Yiddishkeit that we hate, by the way. But okay, so this is going to explain why we have to think of our bodies as secondary and our souls as primary. Why we have to consider davening as being something that's more important than working out. Because once we have this, then we can actually truly love our fellows, because then we're not putting physical things that make us different, that are different, the things that make us different, we're not putting that as primary. Things that make us different, we need that for sure, but it's not as important as the unifying underlying idea that we're all one neshama.
When you say primary, are you saying putting spiritual activity as like the primary thing that you should do throughout the day?
Not that you should do, that you should derive enjoyment from. But eventually that means yes, that you should do. The main thing that you should be doing throughout the day is spiritual things. But even the physical things you do, if you can do it in a spiritual way, that's the ideal.
This is something I don't understand.
Enjoy both.
I can't connect the dots between looking at everything spiritually and understanding that you are one neshama and loving the fellow like yourself. And I don't understand the dots between those two. Looking at everything spiritually and
Versus physically. Yeah, okay, so let's keep going. We're gonna get Bezrat Hashem, we'll figure it out. So this is what this explains the Hillel Azaken, Hillel the elder statement that a ger came to him 434 423.
I think. Do you see the same passage?
No, 424.
All right.
I think that's it. Love your
Hillel
fellows.
replied, "Is it here? No."
Yeah, right there. Perfect, at the bottom.
Okay. Oh, it's down here. No.
The commandment to love your fellow as yourself. This is the entire Torah, the rest is commentary. Someone came to Hillel and said, teach me the entire Torah while I stand on one foot. And Hillel said, this is the entire Torah, to love your fellow as yourself. And that's the entire Torah, and the rest is commentary. Yahavta l're'echa kamocha, and the rest, Zeu kol Torah. That's the whole thing. But the basis and root purpose of the entire Torah is to elevate and exalt the soul high above the body towards Hashem. To elevate the physical things to a spiritual matter. Basically, you're saying we're putting first, the precedent of everything should be the spirituality within it. What?
Elevating the spark.
Yeah, elevating the sparks, exactly. And also to draw down the infinite light of the Or Ein Sof into the community of Israel, as will be explained later on, meaning into the fountainhead of the souls of all Israel, that the one God will be residing within Israel, insofar that we're all one. This indwelling of the light of the Ein Sof is impossible if there is a disunity between the souls, chas v'shalom. For Hashem does not dwell in an imperfect, fragmented place.
Okay.
So do we say in our prayers, bless our Father, all of us as one with the light of your countenance, as explained elsewhere. And that's what we say, right? Barchenu avinu kulanu ka'echad, ba'or penechad. Barchenu, bless us as one entity. Kulanu ka'echad, we're all one. Bless us together as one entity. As for it says in the Gemara, if someone sees his friend sinning, he should hate him. You should hate your friend that you see sinning. And you should relate the fact to his teacher. You should tattletale on him, so that the teacher will also hate on this guy. And this applies only to, but this applies only to one person's companion. So this is where we get into something tricky. You see someone sinning, should you go yell at them and tell them, hey, you're sinning? And then should I go tell also all of the people around them, hey, this guy is sinning?
No.
It's not going to work. Today's day and age, it doesn't really.
Not only does it not work in today's day and age, which the Rebbe for sure said many times over, but it doesn't apply. It doesn't apply to every Joe Schmo.
Right.
If I saw any of you guys, no offense, if I saw any of you guys sinning or anything, I wouldn't say anything. Unless you came to me and asked me specifically if you're doing the right thing or wrong thing, okay, then I can explain to you.
I thought I'm good. You're not saying a thing. So I'm asking you, what am I doing?
Okay, so now I can tell you now because it's not coming from a place of reprimand from me to you. I'm only
So you're saying only if one is asked?
What does that translate to?
That
Then you should
actually
tell
if
someone
you
they
see
see sinning.
someone is doing something wrong, you should tell them. It is a mitzvah. But a lot of people are saying, a lot of commentaries that I guess today's day and age, it doesn't really apply because the person will not really accept it.
So
If you don't ask a person today, like he said, if you're not asking someone, what do you think about this and this and that? Am I doing the right thing or wrong? Then, of course, when someone asks him, he's ready to hear.
Yeah.
But he's not simply not ready to hear until he's asking. That's what he's saying.
And this
that's not what I'm saying, but that is a valid point. Yeah. So I'm going to try to explain. This is true. Nowadays, this is 100% true. Absolutely. The Alter Rebbe is not saying it that same way. The Alter Rebbe's generation was a little bit different. They could take it a little bit better than we could take it. But the Alter Rebbe is saying is the words in particular. Sheiroya b'chavero shechata. If I see my friend and I should hate, he's doing a sin. B'chavero. So we have to explain what's b'chavero.
B'chavero is in his friend.
In his friend, my friend.
At his friend. Or at his friend.
At my friend, with my friend, towards my friend,
So it has
in my
to be
friend.
someone close.
Oh, exactly. Not only close, literally has to be his equal.
So we're not.
Not
close.
just my chaver.
You're saying you wouldn't have said.
We're not equals. You think we're equals? No offense, but you didn't go to the same yeshiva as me. You didn't have the same upbringing as me. You didn't have the same teachers as me. Has to be someone really close, and so close that he's equal in the study of Torah and the observance of mitzvahs. He's also fulfilled within the sinner, the injunction.
No one is equal anyway.
It's true. It's true. And also, you're not supposed to tell anyone. You're not supposed to tell anyone off unless you can do it with true love. How can I tell someone that they're sinning with true love? unless he's literally
like an intervention, no?
an intervention is a great example, right? But when you do an intervention, usually who's in the intervention with you?
People in the same boat. Yeah.
People in the same boat are your closest friends. The people who can tell you to your face, you suck, you need to do better, and you know they're doing it out of love. And you say, oh, it feels good when they're saying it to me. Like, it doesn't feel good, but
It's family, right?
they're not abandoning me.
Yeah, and they're not like
They're,
bashing you either.
they're helping me get to the place that they know I can reach. So, they're my friends, they're my equals.
I mean, but if you go a little bit deeper on it, meaning if someone is doing something that's not right, they just simply didn't get to the level where you're at. Basically, you're ahead of them in that area, right?
And I can't say anything to them.
So they have to get to that realization at some point, because if I'm gonna force him into and say, hey bro, you're doing something wrong, and he doesn't know it or understand it, even if I say it to him, it's gonna do nothing.
It could do nothing also. It could hurt.
Probably won't.
It probably could hurt more than it would help.
So you're saying you might take him back even?
Yeah, it could. It could.
Okay.
It's also not my place to. It's not my place to do that with this
Let's
person.
say, I see it, let's say with my kids, I want to tell them something, but I know if they're not going through it, let's say if I see they're with the wrong person,
Sure.
like I cannot tell them, hey, in 10 years from now, you're going to see it so
Clear.
different.
Right.
I just have to let them go through it.
Sure.
Even if I know,
It's not good for them in the
it's not
moment.
good for them.
Sure.
Well, I mean, if it happened to you, you can make an example out of yourself to encourage them not to go down the same path.
That's the only thing I can do.
Right.
If I want to teach my kids,
You have
by
to do it
telling
yourself.
them things,
You can't. It'll never
it
work.
will never work.
Yeah.
I have to do it myself.
I see it so often with my daughter. If I ask her to do something and I'm not doing it myself, now she's getting to the point she started to call me out. It's bad. Like, okay. But
Like, you got the point.
yeah, but unless I'm doing it, there's no way I can ask her to do
because
it.
they're gonna use you as the.
You're the
reference, as
example.
the calculator, like,
Yeah.
okay, why should it?
I'm
okay,
learning
I do it.
by watching you.
Yeah, so
You're
let's say
my
if you
example
do
of
it,
what's right.
You go to the gym, you do it. Okay, boom. You
Seems
tell
like-
her something, she does. She does it.
I'll give a simple example. Is like before I go into my daughter's room, I always knock. I always knock and make sure she answers, and then I go, can come in, and then I come in. Because we had a problem, not a problem, but she would just like walk into people's rooms without, and like I'm changing my room. You knock, you gotta wait. So I started doing like intentionally going to room, even to say nothing to her, just to like say hi and say oh, but like showing like every time I'm coming to your room, I'm making a point that I'm not gonna just walk in. I'm knocking, making sure it's kosher. You're good. Okay, I'm gonna come in. And she does. She does now. She picks it up very, very quickly. And even when she forgets and we tell her, hey, go knock, she goes, oh yeah. She runs out and then she comes back and knocks. Not a problem. Like it's not a fight at all. Like it becomes second nature to her. So if you want your kids to be in good relationships, you should also be. That's probably one of the toughest ones. It's a very, very tough one.
So what was your point? That if you do something,
They're not
you
your
can-
equal. Your kids are not your equal. You can't reprimand them for. I mean, you can reprimand your kids for doing the wrong thing. It's a little bit different in that sense. But this is in terms of like people around you. You can't tell them that they're doing a sin.
Basically, you cannot tell someone to do something if you're not at that level.
Exactly. It's I love. There's a Tom Sawyer quote, or Mark Twain quote. Sorry, he says don't argue with stupid people. Don't argue with idiots.
Oh, I've heard of this quote.
Why? Because they're gonna drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same idea. Don't get involved. It's not. But as to anyone who is not his companion, not your equal, nor you're not, and also you're not on intimate terms with the person, like you would be with your children, then the situation that Hillel said you shouldn't reprimand. Hillel said both of these things. Hillel said you should hate your friend who's doing a sin, but he also said that you should be a disciple of Aaron, loving peace and pursuing peace, loving creatures and drawing them near to the Torah. You should makabel. You should be a makabel to people who are far away from the Torah. And this, it's very interesting in the Chabad circles that people don't really understand if they become Balchuvas in Chabad. You see it a lot. Is they become like hardcore Balchuvas because they're a nobody who knew nothing in the middle of Montana, and they love the rabbi who brought them in so close, showed them nothing but love, and they're like, wow, this is the best life ever. I love it. There's so much love. I'm going to go all in. I'm going to move to Crown Heights and go to yeshiva there. And then they start doing the Torah mitzvahs, and everyone starts yelling at them, telling them that they're doing stuff wrong and that they need to do better. And they're like, what happened to all the love? Like the fact that I was just showing up, they loved me, and now all of a sudden I have to like,
Then you go back.
We got
Yeah, of
reprimanded
course,
for
yeah.
transforming. Wait, you got reprimanded for transforming stuff.
what?
You got reprimanded for transforming stuff.
Not doing it now for not doing it the right way, or not.
Once you're in Chabad, let's
Once
say,
you're in the circle,
they're like they demand from you more.
Yeah.
Where's your long beard? Where's your
exactly.
the Tanya said
Where's your
have a long beard.
tzitzis? Where's your long beard?
So if you stay where you are as a Balchuba in Montana,
You're fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, because you're not on the same level. They're treating you the same way. This is the Alter Rebbe is setting up. Literally, this is how Chabad works. Is that all the people that were that we do
There isn't a.
outreach with, you're on your phone on Shabbat, at my table in my house. What am I saying to you? Would you like more matzo ball soup? Would you like extras? Would you like doubles? Do I mention the phone at all?
No.
So I feel bad for the people from Chabad that go off to that. They
Uh,
have to do this in Chabad.
It's really hard for these people. It's very
Yeah,
hard.
no, because everyone else has a
There's
place in
special
Chabad.
Chabad houses that have come out specifically because of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a very, very popular Chabad house across the street from 770 that a bunch of people who grew up in frum communities, Eli Engelson, yeah, he's a great guy. Mamash, a great guy. He created a Chabad house, dafka for these people. Yeah.
For people who went the wrong way.
No, the people that grew up in Chabad, they grew up knowing all of this. They grew up in the circle, so they're not they're on the same level
Right.
as everyone else in
everyone
Chabad.
expects them to be like that.
Exactly.
If they're on the phone, they say, "What about you?"
They get upset with them.
I see.
They don't get out of my house. What are you doing?
Everyone but their
Don't,
own, but their own sons.
Yeah, it's very
does
good.
Chabad not
Baruch
have
Hashem.
any like sense of perpetual progress for Baal Teshuvot or something?
Yeah, but an in-house Balchuva is like
An in-house Balchuva is
Like,
like,
what do you mean? You're my brother.
All right, you grew up with me. You went to the same yeshiva as me. You went off the derech. You came back on. You're like, hey, you're a
know all
Balchuva,
of
but
this, but
you
doesn't know.
you never know. You're never gonna get the same love that a guy who grew up with nothing is gonna get coming into Chabad.
Because someone that doesn't know and doesn't do, okay, he doesn't know.
I can't have that expectation of him. I
I
have to
see.
treat him. I have to treat him with love and draw him close to the Torah. But once he's close to the Torah, now I can have expectations of him. Now he knows. He knows the Torah. Now I can say, hey, you know better.
Yeah,
You should do better.
But the truth is, why he's not there on the path is because
He never got that love.
hate, he never got the love.
Yeah.
He was forced into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very tough situation to be in for these. A lot of these kids that get born into the,
In the system.
and it's even worse for kids of Balchuvas, by the way, especially Balchuvas in Chabad,
So then, are you saying that Chabad
because
is
they
expecting-
automatically have this expectation of that their kids need to do all
And
the
they
things
have
that
the
they.
love to it. They have their connection with it. The kid that's born into it.
He never found it on his own. The parent expects him to have the same love he found.
Tours to something he loves. Right?
Yeah,
The kid was born into it. He doesn't have that passion.
exactly.
I always have.
It's very hard, and the expectation of Balchuva parents for their kids is never the same expectations that they had on themselves, which is the worst part. It's very hard for them to do it. It's very hard. A lot of kids of Balchuvas are like, my parents are like the craziest people. They expect me to do all these things. I know even my frum friends, their parents don't expect them to do all the things, like that grew up in the frum community, don't expect their kids to be doing all the things the way that
I
the
kind of had that. from my
Balchuva-
parents also. They
Balchuvas?
very religious.
Right.
But at the extreme. My
Right.
father was like every segula that there is, burn some bread, put it under the pillow.
smash an egg on your head before you leave the house.
Because
all
of a
this-
dream that you had, or someone is pregnant, or if the chassan and kala, they put some herbs in there.
Yeah.
Like legit,
Right.
like too much.
Right. Kissing every mezuzah before he leaves the house. Walk around the house and kiss every mezuzah 3
don't
times.
kiss it with your hand, like
Yeah,
really
at
kiss
least.
it.
I was gonna say, like, so for people who are actually like familiar with the Torah and then like, you know, I guess have a slip up or something like that.
Sure.
Are you saying that because you said that Chabad is rebuking people who do that, who have a slip up but they know the Torah? Are they expecting people to constantly be accelerating and trying to improve day by day drastically?
Not drastically. Look, the Rebbe. Someone once asked the Rebbe, "What makes someone a chassid of you?" The Belzer Rebbe, his chassidim are bells. They say that their Rebbe, they're bells. They call themselves bells, and so the Belzer Rebbe is the Rebbe. Same with you can go Vishnitz, whatever, on and on and on. So he said, what makes someone one of your chassidim? What makes someone a chassid of Lubavitch? This is what the Rebbe said. The Rebbe said, anybody who tries to do a little bit better or become a little bit better than who they were the day before, that's someone that I would call my chassid.
So it's
That's a chassid of mine.
anyone that works for
Oh, that's it.
But they don't. But I mean, but by them rebuking it, are they denying the fact that progress isn't linear?
It's not that they're denying progress isn't linear. It's that the person was already there with them, and then so there's an expectation. Here's a good example. Someone, a guy, Olav Shalom, the Rebbe Alevsky of Ohio, he was was the first shliach to Cleveland, Ohio, and he was doing a panel. There's an amazing recording of him giving a panel of women were asking him questions, like reporters or different people in the frum world. And someone was asking, they were asking about the Rebbe because they were, not all of them were Chabad. So they're asking what's the deal with the Rebbe, the Mashiach stuff, all these different things, right?
Okay.
And so the Rebbe also said that the guy, Rabbi Alevsky said there's different expectations of me and of you. If you were to go to the Rebbe, he's going to tell you something different than what he's going to tell me. It's not a blanket statement for everybody.
you are.
Exactly. So he said let's look at it this way. I'm a shliach of the Rebbe. The Rebbe personally chose me to come to Cleveland, Ohio. I sat down, met with him. He said, I want you to go to Cleveland, Ohio, to be a rabbi in Cleveland, Ohio, and Makar of Jews. He goes, if both you and I, he's talking to this woman in the crowd, he goes, if I wrote a letter to the Rebbe today, and you wrote a letter to the Rebbe today, who do you think he's going to reply to? To the woman,
Not the shliach.
not the shliach. He's going to,
He's a representative already.
he's the expectations of the
But he has a
shliach.
direct connection to him, no?
He's lower.
He has a direct connection to the Rebbe, 100%. He's much closer to the Rebbe, and so the Rebbe has much higher expectations of him.
He already has the code. He has already studied a lot of things.
The shliach is writing to the Rebbe, I need help with this, I'm struggling with this, I want to know more about this thing. The Rebbe goes, what are you doing? I gave you your mission already. Do the work. Why are you pestering me? I already told you what you need to do. Do it.
Even if he just wants some advice, like the Rebbe, like
The Rebbe's gonna 100% of the time is gonna respond to the woman that needs advice before he responds to the guy who's closer to him that needs advice. 100% of the time. It sounds backwards, but it doesn't. If you,
I totally understand what he's saying.
it does sound backwards.
Let's say if I call you or you see a random number, by now you already know, okay, this is the guy I know already what he wants, I'm going to pick him up. You're that no person, or you can say the same thing what you said, like I understand both sides.
Right.
Of the coin, yeah.
100%. But the main thing is that the expectations are already much higher. The guy that doesn't know nothing, he needs guidance. He needs that advice more than you need it. The expectation is you're at the level now. You should be giving advice to other people. They're coming to you to ask advice.
You're kind of a leader.
Exactly.
That person is still in the receiving mode.
I see.
Exactly. So this is like a beautiful aspect of what Chabad is a lot right here, and this is also has to do with loving your fellows yourself. As you become closer with somebody, you can have higher expectations of them. When they reach higher levels, you have higher expectations of them, and that also helps elevate them. By the way, up faster, if you can do it the right way, if they can receive it the right way. Okay, perhaps thereby a person will be able, after all, to draw them close to Torah and the service of God, and even if he fails in this, he has not forfeited the merit of the mitzvah of neighborly love, which is fulfilled by his efforts in this direction. Furthermore, even those whom he is enjoined to hate, for they are close to him, and he has rebuked them, but they still have not repented of their sin, he is obliged to love them too. Does that make sense?
I just lost track. Where are we?
On V'gam HaMakoravim. Furthermore, even those whom he enjoined to hate. Maybe it says 28 Adar next to it.
Which page is that?
Get it.
Right here.
Okay.
428. V'gam HaMakoravim. Even those whom he's brought close to hate. For they, even though whom he is enjoined to hate, even those the ones that he's reprimanding for doing the sins because they're close to him, and he rebukes them. He says, "You're doing a sin. You should do better." Even if they don't do tshuva, then you're still obligated to give that person love. And both the love and hatred are truthful emotions in this case, since the hatred is directed towards the evil within them, while the love is for the good hidden within them.
You should be able to love a person that's what? That's not.
Let's say you and I are same level, right? We're both Chabad,
We
Hasidim.
already established there isn't such a thing. No, legit.
Even it says wait. Yes, but it says equal, but also intimate. Let's say we're best friends, so it doesn't mean necessarily that we're 100% equal. We know that it's impossible. Yes, but it says also intimate, meaning
Close friendship.
yeah. I know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what I'm doing. So we're basically on the same level, so to speak, more or less. Enough for me to be able to tell you that you're doing something wrong, or that you need to do better, even if you refuse and you continue to do a sin and not do tshuva. Does that?
You have a problem in your mind with what I'm doing, but not with my essence.
Oh,
So I have a problem with you have a problem with my actions, which is okay,
or lack of actions, whatever it is.
right?
But I'm not hating. I don't hate you.
Right. You hate action.
No, not even the action. I hate. There's
You
evil.
You don't understand the action or the misaction.
There's
You have an issue with that, the discrepancies with that, but not with my essence.
yeah. There kind of. There's evil there that's keeping you from doing this. It's the Yetzer Hara, it's the Behema, whatever it is. There's something there
Didn't reach that level, right?
that's stopping you from doing it.
In your mind, I should be there already.
You are equals, so I want you to be there. I have
You
an
wanna lift me
expectation.
up.
I want to lift you up,
Right.
and so I.
This reminds me a lot of Rabbi Nachman.
Yeah.
Rabbi Nachman never liked the concept of Rebbe and follower.
Right. He hated that.
He
It's
wanted
true.
To bring people, so he has with whom to speak with.
Right.
They're his level.
Right.
He wanted friends, like his chavraya.
At his level.
His
A chevra,
level.
right? Exactly. Because who's holding Rabbi Nachman? Who's helping Rabbi Nachman become better?
Only someone that is his level. And if he's flown too much high, he has to bring everyone up.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So you can't hate the person. You hate the evil that's stopping him from reaching that level that you know he can reach. And you still love the good within him, that divine spark, the essence of who he is, the neshama, the divine soul. And you must also arouse compassion on the divine soul of the sinner. For in the case of the wicked, the divine soul is in exile within the evil Sitra Achra, which dominates it. Compassion banishes hatred and arouses love. As is known from the verse, Yaakov who redeemed Avram, as is stated by David HaMelech, Olav Shalom, that I hate them with a consummate hatred. Like a all-consuming hatred, reserving no love for them whatsoever. This refers only to the Jewish heretics and ascetics and atheists who have no part in the God of Israel, as is stated in the Talmud beginning of chapter 16 of Tractate Shemot.
Repeat that part.
There's basically people who entirely denounce Yiddishkeit and try to bring others to sin as well.
Oh,
These are the only people that you can truly hate entirely.
heretics and atheists?
It's not a good translation, but that's essentially what it is. But it doesn't come out as actual atheists because we know half the Israelis are atheists also, and we don't hate them that way. It's like people who renounce Judaism in its entirety and trying to get others also to leave.
So like Jews for
You
Jesus.
can hate again their actions.
Yeah, that's a big one that you're allowed to openly hate these people that try to bring Jews to.
Let me. It's something I've worked on to understand what is hate, and if I hate anything, I keep it within myself. Let's say if I talk Lashon Hara, right?
Chas v'shalom. No, I know you would never do this, but go
I
ahead.
do it sometimes. Is I talk
Yeah,
Lashon
thanks.
Hara about something about someone, right?
Yeah, sure.
If I don't have any good intentions to, it's not that I want to bring him back. It's not that I want to learn something. I just want to convince someone why also to hate him. Let's say, yeah. What happens at that moment? I am getting a little bit of that person, of that wrongdoing. I'm bringing it into my life.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Why? Because I'm going down to his place. I'm living his sin right now while talking about it. I'm literally embodying a little bit of his problem.
Sure. If
I'm
you,
stooping it up to his level.
yeah.
So
It's
when
actually
I hate
in the
someone,
Tanya also talks about this. Exactly this.
When I hate someone,
We
I'm
talked about
also
before.
embodying something very low
Yes.
in my consciousness right now.
It's-
So if I hate someone, even if it's the right thing to hate someone that does that type of action or whatever, still, it's kind of a Lashon Hara thing, which is doing the same thing. I'm embodying. If I'm hating someone, I have that hate inside myself now.
Yes. Or you have that exact sin inside of you somewhere. The thing that you criticize on someone else, very likely you have it.
I'm not even about criticizing. If I hate someone,
That's a criticism, but yeah.
If I hate someone out there,
Yeah, sure.
I have
And you some shtus.
in me some bad energy.
Yeah,
of hate.
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
So
Look,
hate is never good.
it's better. Yeah, I agree. Hate is never good, but it's not hate in the same sense. It's like you know how it says you should push away with one hand and bring in with the other. It's the same sort of idea. All right.
Someone covered the chazdeya, but also be
Pushing away. Keep distance.
chazdeya was like you have to there's a different word in English. Chazdeya is like be choishet, like you don't know. Let's say you meet someone for the first time, and that guy is talking to you. You have a business here. Okay, I'm ready to invest.
Yeah,
in your
be
business
wary
tomorrow.
of them, but also give them cover. Yeah, it's not
Why
quite
are
the
you
same.
So,
It's you're supposed to bring in with your right and push away with your left. That's like with the issue with not Rish Lakish, with Acher. Acher in the Gemara, I forget, Ben Zakkai I think was his teacher, or Rabbi Meir, I can't remember. But he pushed him away. Rabbi Meir killed all the kids with the bears. Right? He was leaving this town, and he, hi, how's it going? Baruch Hashem, you? You as well. Shabbos. Amy.
I thought she wants to stay here for the shift.
She could. She one time offered to be Chazan for our Friday night services. Yeah, so I was thinking about it. So there's an idea that if you wrestle with someone, if someone, let's say someone was covered in mud and naked, comes over here and he starts running around, and we want him to leave. If we can either remove ourselves entirely, or I could wrestle him and throw him out. If I wrestle him and throw him out, what's going to happen to me?
You're gonna be all muddy.
I'm going to be all muddy. It's the same idea. If I do something in a way that I have to engage with them in an unnecessary way, I can still hate the guy who's muddy by leaving. It could be a way of me. I can still hate and not engage in that same way.
So is that how you prevent hate from manifesting if somebody like?
You remove it entirely. You walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you can do something good with it, you walk away from it. It's not.
We all have this every day in our lives. That we have
Thank you
some
everyone for
sort of-
joining.
We have